So, for today's movie review, I'll be reviewing the movie Liquid Sky. Basically, Liquid Sky is a slang term for heroin that was used back in the 70s. So, the plot for Liquid Sky, basically, a tiny UFO lands in New York City looking for sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Okay, maybe not so much rock and roll and sex, but they're looking for heroin, basically. And basically, the aliens spy on the life of this fashion model. And basically, she does like drugs and has sex a lot. But it really follows her and not necessarily the aliens. Now, as for what I liked about the movie, visually, it's a piece of art. Basically, if I was to, show you pictures of modern art, this is basically what this movie is. It's just modern art. I feel like if I was to take a screenshot of this and just make it into art, I think it could potentially be art. It's just very artsy. I also kind of like the themes and messages it has hidden throughout the entire movie itself. And the special effects were really, really fucking trippy. I'm not surprised, but special effects aren't too bad. And at the same time, they're unique. I know it's nothing more than just playing with the green screen shit, but also at the same time, there's what appears to be stop motion at some points in time, but beyond that, it's pretty cool.
Also, it has a very interesting soundtrack, I must say.
Now, as for what I disliked about this movie, I just found the movie to be really, really slow in the first 20 minutes, but it picks up after that. Then I questioned some of the editing in this movie because basically it cuts from one scene to another scene to another scene. It literally cuts back and forth between 3 different scenes going on all at once. I found it to be really, really annoying at points in time. And the acting was just, it was very, very bad. To give you an example, this is pretty much how the acting went. I'm from Connecticut. My prince will come to me and we'll have children. And we'll have barbecue on the weekends. All the other prince and princesses will come and say, delicious, delicious. How boring. Yeah, that's my exact reaction to the acting to this movie. It's very boring and it's just very dull. I feel like the only one that actually has some spice of life here is the secondary character, Adrian, but I'll get to her later. And just the character development, I just didn't like at all. I feel like the characters were very stacked throughout this entire movie. As for the characters of the movie, Margaret is essentially the main character. Like I said with the action earlier in this movie, the acting in this movie is just really dull. I didn't really relate with this character at all. Basically all we know is that she's from Connecticut, and basically when she became a fucking fashion model, that's when she also became a cunt. Then comes Jimmy. Basically he's the fashion arch rival to Margaret, and he's just a spoiled pretty boy. And what makes these two characters so interesting is they were played by the same actress. I was like, whoa, I actually thought these two were completely different actors playing 2 different characters. Not the same actress playing both a male and female role. Then comes Adrian. Now, I think of any character, she's probably the most interesting in terms of personality and acting. Basically, what her character is, she's the go-to person for drugs, mainly heroin. And, well, she's a fucking bitch. Then comes John Hoffman. He's essentially a German scientist trying to find aliens. And basically he knows of the aliens and tries to basically study them. Beyond that, nothing much really. Then comes the aliens themselves. We don't really know what they are. We know the size of their spaceship is about the size of a dinner plate. And basically all we know is that they're on Earth looking for heroin to use. We don't know for what purposes, we don't know where they're from or what they want. But basically, yeah, that's really about it for the aliens. As for the other characters, I found them to be either really boring or just really irrelevant to the plot. Basically we get focused on this character, this character, this character, and I just felt they didn't really add much to the plot at all. Now, for my final verdict of Liquid Sky, basically, visually, I like it because it's basically a work of art, and I also love the soundtrack to the movie itself, and the effects. The effects were basically trippy and interesting at the same time. Now, as for what I didn't like about the movie, I found the first, 20 to 30 minutes to be really slow, but it picks up from there. But the acting I thought was just really, really horrid. And the characters I found to be just really bland. There was no, they're all just static characters. And before I give my final review, what does everybody else have to say about Liquid Sky? So it looks like Liquid Sky got mainly average reviews, but did I like it? I didn't really like it at all. Like, visually I liked it, but in terms of plot, I thought the plot could have been better, but maybe I have to watch it again a few times, but beyond that, I give Liquid Sky a 2 out of 5. Basically, what's your favorite movie that makes you trip balls? And see you later.